I ain't nothing but a simple man. Call me a redneck, I reckon that I am, but this thing's going on to make me mad to the core. I gotta work like a dog to make ends meet. Got crooked politicians and crime in the street, and I'm madder than hell, and I ain't gonna take it no more. We tell our kids to just say no. A panty-waist judge lets a drug dealer go, slaps him on the wrist and turns him back out on the town. If I had my way with those selling dope, take a big tall tree and a short piece of rope, hang them up high, let them swing till the sun goes down. Hell, you know what's wrong with the world today? People done gone, put the Bibles away, living off the law of the jungle, not the law of the land. The good book says it, so I know it's true. It's an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. You better watch where you're going, remember where you've been. That's the way I see it, I'm a simple man. I'm the kind of guy that wouldn't harm a mouse. If I catch somebody breaking in my house, I got a 12-gauge shotgun waiting.
Good afternoon. I'm Jonathan Alexander, your News Arizona. Thank you for joining in. Today we've got a special broadcast we're going to be doing. It's inside Antifa. This is where some reporters were able to report on Antifa, where they allowed them in, and they did a broadcast for, I think it was almost a year straight inside of Antifa. And I want to share this with you guys today, and we can go over some of it and just kind of show you what Antifa is truly about. So I'm going to go ahead and get to the broadcast here in a second and just get this show rolling and show you guys. So here we go.
The greatest country on earth, freedom, loving American, patriot.
Go home, losers! Go home to your bunkers!
After an event Saturday, December 12th, where we fed the homeless and went and marched to the Capitol, 3 percenters and other racist, fascist militia groups were there. His truck and one other truck pulled up right there. Chris Hill got out as soon as his feet hit the ground. That's when all the other doors opened up. And everybody that was on this side of the road pulled their long guns out and had us in their scopes the whole time. Everybody from the first 2 trucks got out and actively pursued us up the sidewalk here. Look, you can see their arm. You can see their arm. You can see their arm. We ain't got nothing on us. What do you got? We ain't got nothing.
I do this because I have a lot of love to share with the world, and I needed an outlet for it.
They start coming at me, I'm gonna chamber around, but I do not intend to shoot unless fired upon.
We're the good guys. That's all we've ever been trying to do, is just be good for the community, be good for the world, because there's so much bad.
If for some reason some fucker tries to like come up to you, like one hand choke you out, take their elbow and break it.
We're not scared of the cops. We're not scared of the fascists. We're not scared of anybody. This is our goddamn city.
Because we don't respect their authority.
Fascists.
They hate us more than anything.
All cops are bastards! All cops are bastards!
We ain't going anywhere. We're never gonna leave. We're never gonna stop.
Do you trust these people?
Live my life.
We have to conceal our identities. We're under constant threat and have been under threat all summer from both law enforcement and right-wing militias and racist organizations.
Go home, losers!
The cops have killed one of us in Portland. The right-wingers have killed some of us in Kenosha. It's not safe to be a leftist activist right now. Here more recently with the events of the election, the right-wing militia groups are crazy as hell, quite frankly. But they're dangerous. I mean, they hate us more than anything. They hate us more than anything.
This is how Hitler rose to power. Everybody kept saying, if we just sit back, he'll burn himself out. Fascism's not just gonna spontaneously go away. It's gonna get worse until somebody stops these motherfuckers.
Go home to fucking your cousin!
The far right has fully embraced fascism. We don't want them comfortable anywhere that they try to spew their hatred and their white supremacist message. Affinity groups like ours are really the only force standing against them. Antifa is their #1 target.
You know, I understand cops want to go home at the end of the day and they want to be safe and everything, but god damn it, you signed up for that job. The person whose door you're kicking in is innocent until proven guilty.
You
We ain't got nothing on us. You don't fucking know? What you got? We ain't got nothing. About here, right past this entryway, about here is where one of the guys hit the phone out of my hand. We noticed as we were walking back down that we saw one of the GSUPD vehicles parked in the pullout of the parking garage. The guys were just sitting there, just watching us. We got upset. We were like, what the fuck? You had an opportunity to do your job and show us that we're wrong. You just sat there. You just sat there and let them pull guns on us and, you know, physically attack us and didn't do shit. I believe one of them said, fuck you too, laughed to themselves, got back in their car, and drove off. You know, this is why we want to abolish police.
Okay, one of the things I want to just bring up real quick, and we'll get back to the video. Anybody that thinks Antifa is just a bunch of just everyday people, these boys are very well trained. They are basically almost like an army of their own. This is exactly why President Trump is declaring them terrorists. These guys act like a terrorist. They just ransack the hell out of our cities, and you just got to keep all that in mind. So for you guys to think it's just everyday people out there on the streets, yeah, there's a lot of everyday protesters out there on the streets, but that's not, a lot of them's not your Antifa. Your Antifa members, you will know when you come across the Antifa. All right, I'm going to get back to the broadcast.
Because when it really matters for them to be there or not, they're never there.
Here's a small update. We knew where they were meeting prior to the rally, so we headed there after we got back on the road. And oh my, we ran into 4 fucking Antifa cowards, and they're all guilty in my book.
Left one, sir.
And 4 of them got some. They didn't want it. I don't want to get into details, but
Our motherfucker, and that shit felt great.
I kicked you in the ass and put your face into the side of a building. Ha ha!
What do you fear most?
I fear this being all for naught. Honestly, there's nothing that isn't worth sacrificing to me to try and change the way that it looks like things are going.
No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! Fuck these racist ass police! Fuck you, kid!
I can no longer live in a country where I am seen as a second-class citizen. I was born black in America. That's what radicalized me. I thought that due to my education level and my, parents' income level, that certain things didn't affect me. And as soon as I reached of age to be considered a threat, those things started crashing in. I keep getting unfairly targeted by police officers. I've seen racism affect my child. What brought me to this point from May until now was the police.
They serve a no-knock warrant at my house.
Do you think you're part of a political solution, or are you just here to basically give the cops hell and let them know they can't control the streets?
I'm here to do what I can. I'm here to do what's in my power. And sometimes what's within your power is a rock through a police station window.
Now, if you guys heard what he just said, he's here to do what's in his power. And if that means vandalizing or throwing rocks through a police department window, for these guys, that gives them higher ranks even with the Antifa. It means they're willing to carry out anything. So pretty much like a street gang, if you want to think about it in that aspect.
And you don't make any apologies for that?
No, none, zero. We're not here to make police nicer. We want them gone. We want total abolition.
You said there are no bad protesters. We take that pretty seriously, a lot of us.
What does that mean?
Means that just because someone is doing something that maybe you wouldn't do doesn't mean that you need to snitch on them or incriminate them for what they're doing.
Or even stop them.
Yeah, or stop them or say anything.
Things escalated pretty quick. I got caught with a couple things of glass. There's a firecracker right here. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, motherfucker. All right, that one got me.
Just because you don't feel like that's appropriate for you to do, that's their expression of their feelings.
And excuse the language throughout this entire video. This is totally uncut. So if you guys don't like foul language, it might not be exactly the video for you.
In the moment, if it's destructive, then that's their prerogative.
If the protests are really just you guys against the cops, and that what erupts into some kind of chaos and arrests or brutality, where do you go from here?
We have goals and things that we want, like the abolition of police and prisons. We want, to end landlords and private property so that people can actually live. We want everyone to be taken care of. Those are all goals, but there's always going to be the next thing. And I mean, at this point, this is what we do. So we'll just keep pushing for the next and the next and the next and the next.
Despite what you may think, despite what you may have heard in the news, communists are not coming for America. Y'all are safe. The Democrats don't have a communist agenda. They're worthless, as far as communists are concerned. Antifa is something that cops write on police reports in all caps. We originally became a group because of police brutality, but that was the main thing that we were protesting when we formed. The apparatus that empowers police brutality is the same apparatus that empowers poverty.
I'm Precious Glover. I'm the state director for Wall of Vets, Georgia. I've got a couple of other members, volunteers here that are part of the Black Bloc group, and they give to the homeless and feed. And Wall of Vets, we try to come out and support them and bring food and help out as we can.
Who's here?
The Department of Homeland Security. They're here on the corner watching us.
So that's an ambassador. They are basically just the security guards for the general area. They have no arresting power or anything like that. The first 2 times that we came out to do this, at this spot, they asked us if we had permits. Since we have started bringing guns, they don't do anything like that, and now they actually know us, they trust us.
At first, I thought it was some sort of cult. But if I want to go back in history, that kind of reminded me of the new Black Panthers.
Some people, they identify more as socialists or communists or anarchists or, just really, really left-leaning liberal. But we all believe, number one, Black Lives Matter. That's the main thing that brought us all together. We believe in helping our community. We believe that fascism is one of the major threats to the United States, as gotten proven. We're going to do everything that we can to help make the change that we believe in.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
What you see as far as them carrying or being vested, that's more of a protection measure. It's not an offensive posture. And I can't tell them not to protect themselves. As a vet, I understand that.
Every time we go out there and we try to peacefully protest, they beat us up. They arrest us, they snatch us, so we had to start protecting ourselves. I see white supremacists pull guns on people, so then we had to be armed. It's not anything that I came at it from, I'm gonna do this. I got brought to this point. I had to evolve to this point.
We'll see you next week, man. See you next week.
Everything that we do, everything that we carry, everything that we have is for self-defense and community defense. In order for me to exercise my First Amendment rights and say that my life matters, I have to be armed to the teeth because that's how America is.
Hey guys, I'm calling for a rally in Woodruff Park every Saturday from now until forever. Fuck Antifa.
Anywhere we go and do mutual aid, people will come to us, and that puts them at risk regardless. There's no point letting them take Woodruff.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree. Yeah. We have enough rifles and long guns to hold the entire park.
That's the thing. His people don't have shit to live for pretty much anymore. Why the fuck would it?
They got stuff to live for. They got their lives.
Chris Hill is
they got their kids. You know.
Chris Hill.
How many fucks does Chris Hill give about his kids though? He has a son.
He brings his son to combat zones.
Yeah, that's fair.
His people are unhinged and dangerous and willing to commit acts of violence if they think they can get away with, because they have before.
Yeah.
Nobody in my family or friends group knows that I'm involved with this now.
Why not?
Not supportive, and also, safety reasons as well. This is personal. Protesting against hate, white supremacists, Nazis, people that are standing by with police brutality. It's not acceptable, and I'm not going to stand for it. We're going to come back at them and tell them that they're not welcome in this city if this is what they're going to be here for. We want the same thing that I feel most of the world wants, is peace. We're tired, man. We're doing this for the betterment of the world. We're doing this for the betterment of our communities.
Do you care what people think about you?
Personally? No. Don't give a shit.
Do you care what they think about your group?
Yeah. Because there are people that I care about in here.
There is no point having guns more than 2 seconds away from everybody.
I think the safest thing is for us not to hide, right?
Nope, safest thing for us and everyone there is
have a show off for us.
Yeah. I want you to run at me and try and tackle me. So pretty much the training that we do, just in general making sure that everyone's prepared to defend themselves in whatever aspect that comes, whether that be with a firearm or with their hands.
Where were you trained?
The American public school system. Really what you want to aim for? On their forehead, it's this bit of their nose right here. If you've had your nose broken before, pretty quickly you lose good vision, you get blurry and everything, it sucks. Tuck your chin in. There is no such thing as playing fair here. Fight dirty, it's how you win. You're gonna take this hand and just slam it right here in my kidney as hard as you can. Yeah. If for some reason some fucker tries to like come up to you and like one hand choke you out, take their elbow and break it.
Do you guys wish them ill? What do you want? You wish them ill?
Death to fascists. Like,
Death
all
to
of them.
fascists.
Slit their fucking
Nah,
throats,
if
and
you-
piss on their graves,
Yeah.
light their fucking corpses on fire,
Yeah,
hang them
no
from a fucking
order
bridge.
for
I don't
that
give a
shit.
shit.
If your
Fuck
political
fascists.
ideology,
GSP wears fucking jack boots. Like,
Georgia State Patrol, as opposed to the APD, where they're answerable to the mayor, to the city council, even to a little degree to a citizens review board, GSP is not.
The people united can never be divided.
They are responsible to the governor, who is pretty much out of fucking control. He's a fascist piece of shit, and thereby they are fascist pieces of shit.
Along with your mother. What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? You are black. We got you. You are black.
They are such bullies, such fucking schoolyard bullies, that they cannot stand for anybody to stand up and say no to them. That's why they fucking gas us. That's why they shoot pepper fucking balls at us. That's why they...
Sorry about that. I just realized my mic was muted. What I was trying to say to you guys, if you guys think Antifa is just everyday street people and everything else, these guys heavily train. They're very well prepared. I don't know if it's former military guys training these guys or what, but these guys are definitely ready for action. I know a lot of people underestimate them. A lot of people laugh about them, saying they're just a bunch of thugs. But people don't realize these guys train day in, day out. They don't have regular full-time jobs like you and I. These guys are paid to go out and create nothing but hell on American people. So just keep that in mind. If you guys are out in public and you come across Antifa and you think these guys are just a bunch of everyday street thugs, you might want to think again. And I'm not sticking up for anybody here because, quite frankly, I have no tolerance for Antifa. And I'm sure that makes me a target as well for broadcasting this out to you guys. But you know what? The American people deserve to hear the truth of what these guys are about. And that's why I'm doing this broadcast here today, getting this out to all of America. Again, this was some inside reporting done by some reporters that were allowed to go in and film these guys. And now it's being brought to you guys.
Do all this fucking nasty shit because we don't respect their authority.
They will literally bully you. This summer I saw a Georgia State patrolman shoot a little black girl in the head with their hands up, saying that her life matters. I saw that same Georgia State patrol high-fiving white supremacists, so don't piss on me and tell me it's raining.
And they want to say our morals are fucked up, or that is their type of policy in life?
If any
Hell
sort of
fucking no.
So today is the first day of Chris Hill's attempt to take over Woodruff Park. He knows that we're here. He's pissed off because he got fired this week. So we are coming out fully armed, and everyone's really on edge right now.
You might want to catch that coming in.
Who are you with? Collective of Armed Workers. It's a community self-defense force, North Georgia. There were threats from the 3% militia saying that they wanted to come disrupt homeless people getting fed. So we're here to protect the people trying to feed folks.
Well, at the time of this being recorded, the Nashville bombing was yesterday. We're not entirely sure who did it. Obviously, fascists, as always, had it for.
The other thing I'd like to make really clear right now is the 3%ers, those guys are not a militia. I keep hearing these different reporters saying that around the country that have classified 3% as a militia. These guys are not. I have met with these guys up in Idaho, and that's the last thing that they are is militia. And anyways, I just want to get that out there as well. Militia is militia. And that's just as clear as it can be.
Buses and shit, so we got here early, sweep the park, make sure there wasn't any suspicious bags or anything that could house like an ID. They've bombed OK City, they've done shit like that before. These are people whose politics are based around viewing other people as less than human.
How many Antifa does it take to set up a griddle?
So there's no like Antifa organization, it's an idea that fascism must be opposed, that you can't allow it to gain ground, or else you're gonna end up in situations like you saw in Nazi Germany. You know, they had a long time and a very gradual build up of fascism, and where you had the entire populace basically brainwashed and driven towards the cult of one leader. And within the course of that, not only did it create mass amounts of violence and world wars, but also genocide, racism. Those beliefs are core to fascism. So to be anti-fascist is to be anti-racist. It's really about the self-determination of people, which is something that you could say about democracy as well.
The fascists have said no, they're not going to allow us to serve food to poor people. We'll see who wins. I think as a preliminary, I'm going to go ahead and say my dollar would be on the leftists. I believe we will have more guns, more fucking ammo, more badassery than the right will. And the irony of the statement is not lost on me. Community.
Really came together for this one, so feels good. I doubt he shows. About 5 years ago, maybe 6, so I kind of got involved with Chris Hill and his group for a few months. You know, I ended up realizing what kind of people they were and not how I didn't want to be associated with them at all. I've been inside his house down in McDonough.
All right, I got to remember to unmute the mic when I'm talking to you guys. My apologies. What I was trying to say is if you guys like what I'm sharing today, getting it out there to the American people about Antifa and what they're doing and how they're training and different things around the country, just follow me, like my post, and just share it out there everywhere. The American people deserve to know what's going on. And again, most people think that Antifa is just a bunch of everyday thugs, that's just, you know, a bunch of citizens joining up together in a city. That's very untrue, folks. These guys are very well trained, very well funded. And I wouldn't be surprised if George Soros is helping fund them. So, because Mr. Soros wants nothing but chaos here in America, and he wants America on its knees. That's my opinion on George Soros. So if you're watching George Soros, you know where I stand on you, buddy.
He is not a good dude.
All over. We've got contacts with a bunch of different organizations.
All in the Southeast.
Yeah, Socialist Rifle Association. Hey, watch this truck right here. This is the most armed we've ever been.
Yes.
And hopefully we don't need it. Hopefully.
Sometimes I hear like right-wing conspiracy theories. I'm like, God, I wish.
Right.
Like
We're gonna be so great.
Soros is paying Antifa. I'm like,
I wish I was getting a paycheck. But...
You know?
There's one truck driving around that is making us a little bit nervous.
So we asked him if he needed help, and he said, "Oh, I'm here to deliver supplies to the thing over here." But his truck was empty, so he doesn't have anything to deliver. So he's a scout.
I think I'm here because one of the worst things is to go hungry. If it takes all of this to keep them from coming here to stop people feeding the homeless, why? That's what I don't understand.
We really want to help the community, and a few threats shouldn't keep us from that. We should still be out here helping people regardless. And we're still going to try and keep our streets safe at the same time.
Soup for your family.
We're doing good. I mean, I just kind of came to give my support where I can, and
you know, people are coming and people are eating, and that's all that I can ask.
It's really grown, you know, from just a few of us out here handing out what we had, you know, spending our own money, you know, people who don't even have a lot of money spending their own money on it. And it's definitely turned into something that's like almost got a life of its own at this point.
Last week, one of the ambassadors came up with his Segway, and he didn't have a bell. The county will not pay for him to get a bell for his Segway, so we got him a bell for his Segway. Last one Walmart had, but I'm a man of my word.
Yeah, they didn't show up. Surprise, surprise. You know, talked a bunch of shit online and decided today wasn't the day to fuck around and find out, huh? Faster, a bunch of pussies.
We're at Quick Shot doing some gun range training. So we've got one handgun and one shotgun, AR-15. There are a couple people in the group who have not shot before, so just general firearm familiarity for a lot of people.
I'm proud of that. People say if you go far enough left, you get your guns back. I think it's a funny concept, but I don't think certain forms of gun restrictions are incompatible with leftist beliefs.
I got scattered all in the center mass, so yeah, nice. Excited.
More than anything, I think it's about having a culture of gun safety and responsible gun ownership. So having laws like red flag laws, reasonable gun restrictions like that make a lot more sense than, for instance, an assault weapons ban.
If we have to do this for real, we're ready, but none of us want that.
So today we've got a mystery chef, some really amazing kind souls decided to show up and feed 200 people this morning. That's a beautiful thing right there.
Yeah, they're on their way. There was a wreck on 85.
The cop that got hit?
That fucked them up.
Yeah, the GSP got hit by a car.
It was actually the cab sheriff's office.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, whatever. They're all the
I'm
same.
not for that. I'm not for that. I hope he has a speedy recovery.
Hey, baby. Oh, baby, I want you to look in because it's very good stuff.
Look.
I did smoked chicken. If y'all don't do nothing else, y'all can smell that. Smoked chicken, spinach, green beans, rice. I did chicken sausage over rice. I did no pork today. The name of my nonprofit is called Soup or Something. The acronym means share, often, use in prayer. So others might eat, tasting, and healing in the need of God. So when they taste my food, they're like, that girl did that. All credit to my Lord God.
Feel pretty good about today. Don't really expect a lot of resistance from the fest just today. Hopefully they're still taking a holiday, you know?
All I need you to grab is this right here. Grab the sword.
I know we have seen a couple scout cars, but we got our plan. You know, we did all our sweeps, our patrols. We got our perimeter posted up. We're just excited to feed people today.
I take it.
Thank you, family.
Thank you.
What's going on?
It's just some sketchy people that we keep seeing over and over driving by. Figured probably scouts.
Dumbass had his window down and everything. White guy, white beard, real big.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, he's back. He's back.
This is the flag of the Warsaw Ghetto Fighters from 1942. I want to get a message across to the other side that I'm a Jew and I don't like them.
I don't know what they think they're going to achieve because we're armed to the teeth over here, and you know, if they want to fuck around, they can find out.
I think this year has really gotten me more to a militant state. We can't trust the police, we can't trust the government, we can't trust anyone except ourselves to protect ourselves. I remember on just day 3 of the protest over George Floyd here in Atlanta, cops shot rubber bullets and tear gas after just 1 water bottle and 2 toilet paper rolls were thrown.
I came out there and all I wore was a t-shirt over my head. And I've been maced, tear gas multiple times. I don't even care about tear gas anymore. I have a permanent scar from a rubber bullet. I've seen people snatched off the sidewalk and beaten up.
They were just so vindictive about people wanting to stand up for themselves that they turned us into this, basically. And then when the fascists and the militias started showing up, they didn't do anything.
Then we'll see what you know, the rest of this week brings, or next week, with protest on the 6th.
Yeah, y'all stay safe.
Be safe, comrades. See you next time.
Appreciate your efforts, man.
Stay dangerous. Yeah.
So what is your protest going to consist of tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night? A lot of pissed off individuals.
We're talking about solidarity with Kenosha because the Jacob Blake decision to not charge the officers who shot him and nearly killed him was released today, in front of his kids. So we're planning a solidarity march tomorrow at 8. But yeah, we had talked about Stop the Steal.
If they don't show up or they show up sad or they're not a threat to anybody, fucking let them cry.
The Proud Boys would be the only concern, but they should all be in D.C.
I don't like Republicans, but I don't feel the need to stand up and say no to them. They can have their conspiracy theories. I don't give a shit about that.
All of us here today do not want to see our election victory stolen by emboldened radical left Democrats, which is what they're doing, and stolen by the fake news media. That's what they've done and what they're doing. We will never give up. We will never concede. It doesn't happen. You don't concede when there's theft involved. Our country has had enough. We will not take it anymore, and that's what this is all about. Stop that steal! Stop that steal! And after this, we're going to walk down, and I'll be there with you. We're going to walk down anyone you want, but I think right here, we're going to walk down to the Capitol, because you'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength, and you have to be strong. We love you. You're very special. I know how you feel.
Have you been watching the events of the day?
I have. It is wild. I knew it was never going to be us. I knew it was going to be somebody. I didn't expect for Trump supporters and everything to really show out that it was all performative for Back the Blue, because we all knew it was a performative act, that they really have never been on their side, and
hey, that Fed guy is back. That Fed guy is back.
Yeah. He's not a fucking Fed. He stinks. He's definitely bad news.
So it is currently 5 minutes until people are supposed to show, and I don't see anyone.
Justice matters to me, and
it still matters to some people in this world, even though it doesn't look like it matters to a lot of people in the United States right now. Jacob Blake, who was shot in the back in front of his children, and he's now paralyzed.
Yeah, we're out here tonight because of the Jacob Blake decision. Extremely unhappy about that. And Black Lives Matters. We're gonna come out. We're gonna have a candlelight vigil. We're gonna see who shows up and see what happens. We're definitely not gonna storm any capitals. I just know that if I had been a part of that group, and if that group had been us, we would all be dead.
Fucking Confederate flags on them?
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit.
Did you see the Nazi flag?
I saw
They had a Nazi flag?
They had a fucking Nazi flag. The Iron Cross.
The fact that they were capable of doing that, and according to some videos, they were partially let in by cops. They were abetted by cops. Cops are literally taking selfies with some of these protesters. They're doing all this stuff. They're not treating us the same.
I mean, they did it because they lost a fair election.
On March. Hey, you too, fucker.
When you have an anarchist criticizing your acceptance of election results, I mean, something's going on. I have barely any respect for the authority of the state, but I do respect the democratic process because it's something that we've all agreed upon. You know, it's something that is part of our social contract as residents of this country. When you blatantly ignore the results of a fair election, and I don't really think that anything you do is valid. Whether it's storming the Capitol or standing on a street corner and protesting peacefully, you're a fascist at that point. And if you allow fascism to thrive in a country, then that is antithetical to free speech. It's antithetical to true freedom.
I'm Jewish. I've been learning about the Holocaust since I was about 6 years old. My synagogue would have the 12-year-olds put on presentations about the Holocaust for the rest of us every year. So I think I know some things about recognizing fascism. And I haven't been surprised since 2015. The only thing that you can do right now is show them that no one's going down without a fight. We can still stop it.
Yeah. How many Antifa does it take to light a candle? There we go.
There you go. As mad as I am as the Trump supporters, I'm even more mad at every single fucking liberal who's out there sitting on their fucking couch right now. You know what I'm saying? While fascists run amok. For months we've been telling people that today is been coming. The fascists won today. They fucking won. And we've been to DC before, and the DC.
So I want you guys to keep in mind, Antifa has basically declared war on American people. They're totally against all of us that are patriots. They are totally against anybody that stands up for America. They hate our flag. They burn our flag. Again, they terrorize our streets and everything in the book. So for people to act like Antifa is just, again, a bunch of street thugs, think again. These guys, again, they're very well trained. They're very well funded. They very much have a lot of firepower as well. They got a lot of weapons. And I expect here in a matter of time, we're going to see all hell break loose here on American soil with Antifa, because these guys are nationwide in every city in the United States. And again, in my opinion, that spells war.
See cops, as soon as we walked out in the street, we're all super aggressive, trying to fight us, getting in our faces, talking shit to us, and then their buddies come and march, and all of a sudden we're out of tear gas, we're out of rubber bullets. Oh no, they pushed past us into the Capitol. It's not my fault cops are too fucking dumb to figure out who their real enemies are. So who's the terrorist now? I haven't burned shit.
The absolute hypocrisy that we have the white supremacists, which absolutely are domestic terrorists, storming the Capitol building, and they had police running from them. But then at the Black Lives Matter protests, you have protesters, and I don't even want to say peaceful protesters, because yes, they're peaceful, but when people say that, they usually mean that they're not destroying property, and destruction of property is not violence. Destruction of life is violence. I don't know how white Americans can look at what happened today and not see the epidemic of racism that we have. and it's not something new. It didn't happen when George Floyd was murdered. That's what this country was founded on: colonialism, capitalism, and white power.
I just want to support Black Lives Matter. This has gotten out of hand.
Whose street?
Our street!
Whose street? Our street! Whose street? Our street! Whose street? Our street! Whose street? Our street! Whose street? Our street! Whose street? Our street! Whose lives matter? Black lives matter! Whose lives matter? Black lives matter! When black lives are under attack, what do we do? Stand up like that! When black lives are under attack, what do we do? Stand up like that! When black lives are under attack, what do we do? Stand up like that! No justice! No peace! No racist! Police! No justice! No peace! Police!
Say his name!
Jacob Blake!
Say his name!
Jacob Blake!
Say his name!
Jacob Blake!
Say his name!
Jacob Blake! Say her name! Breonna Taylor! Say her name! Breonna Taylor! Say her name! Breonna Taylor! AC! AB! All cops are bastards! AC! AB! All cops are bastards! AC! AB!
Sorry about that. Almost forgot to unmute my mic. Something I'd like to get out there to you guys as well. You know, I would not be surprised if the Biden administration funded a lot of this with Antifa as well. The Biden administration did everything in his power to keep Donald Trump out of office. As you're seeing, a lot of people are being charged right now. I pray to God that we actually see arrests this time. We actually see these people put away in jail where they belong. But again, you know, these guys are designed to create nothing but chaos, hate, and just totally go against American people and what true values should be all about. That these guys have no morals at all. They don't care about who they're hurting. And that's just reality. So anyways, back to the broadcast.
All cops are bastards! What's that? Keep moving! Keep moving! Keep moving! All cops are bastards!
All cops are bastards! All cops are bastards!
Hey, officer! What are you doing? What are you doing?
So you work with the white supremacists now. They're your friends. They're your friends. They're your friends. Cause I don't remember seeing y'all act like this. Check it out, guys. For them. They over here busting in the Capitol building, no hands on your guns. Setting off bombs in Nashville, no hands on your guns. They're attacking people in the streets right here in Atlanta, no hands on your guns. But I walk on the sidewalk and there's a hand on your gun, bro? For real, that's what this is? You scary, man. God damn. Baker.
Then let us fucking disperse!
We're not doing anything wrong.
And you know, once again, here's the Democrats. They're wanting you guys all to believe that this is just nothing but peaceful protesters. As you can see, if that looks peaceful to you, I don't know. You know, you must have had a big rock hit you upside the head, because these guys are nothing but terrorists, and they like to terrorize our cities. And this is all I keep hearing left and right. Again, at the No Kings rally that I did up in Kingman, Arizona, I interviewed some people. One of the gals flat out said, all these riots and protests are nothing but peaceful. Well, if this looks peaceful to you, then, so be it.
How dare you? Human rights violation!
What are you arresting us for? You told us to disperse and you wouldn't let us disperse. What am I being arrested for? 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 What am I being arrested for?
What are you guys doing? You haven't done anything. What are you doing? Yo, there's no need for that, yo. What the hell, man? There's no need for that. What the hell, yo? Why don't y'all have any of this energy for the white supremacists who are fucking setting off bombs and breaking into the Capitol building?
Stay out street, please.
Wow, the cops actually managed to arrest somebody today. All the shit that happened in the country, and y'all managed to arrest somebody. And who do y'all arrest? Black Lives Matter people? Black Lives Matter people on the sidewalk, y'all arrest them? If you're a white supremacist, you get to do whatever the fuck you want in this city. If you're a white supremacist, you get to walk around with guns and intimidate people and beat people up, and APD can't be found. You say Black Lives Matter, all of a sudden it's the whole army. Say his name. Jacob Blake. 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 Say his name. Jacob Blake.
Obama administration did not publish.
The president has put the economic needs of families and of workers first. He signed the largest tax cuts for the middle class in American history, including no tax on tips, overtime, and Social Security. We have also seen the president unquestionably deliver on his promise to secure our southern border. He has ended Biden's illegal alien invasion, and for 2 months in a row, 0 illegal aliens were released into our country. The president has also, as you all know, initiated the largest mass deportation campaign in American history. The president has also restored law and order to make America safe again, another campaign promise he vowed to the American public. The United States of America is currently on track for its lowest murder rate on record, following this shift from the last administration to the Trump administration. The president has also ended Joe Biden's reckless war on American energy. U.S. oil and natural gas production are now surging, and summer gas prices reached their lowest level since 2021. The president has also rebuilt our military, another campaign promise. He just signed the largest military investment in decades to modernize our armed forces with cutting-edge technology to replenish our stockpiles and provide American troops with the best equipment in the world. The U.S. Army, Navy, Air Force, and Space Force have all reached their recruitment goals months in advance. The president has restored America's standing on the world stage, brought back peace through strength, and brokered numerous peace agreements to end wars. Again, all of this in just 6 months. He obliterated Iran's nuclear program to end the war between Israel and Iran, got NATO members to raise their defense spending to 5% of GDP, and secured a ceasefire.
Well, once again, my mic's muted. Gosh damn it. Anyways, back to what I was trying to say to you guys. The Democrats have done nothing but hate on Donald Trump. And, you look at what Donald Trump has accomplished over the last 9 months. And hold on a second. I've got an echo in the background. Sorry about that. I had one person in my studio playing the footage and it had some feedback going through. So my apologies. Other than that, you look at what Donald Trump has really accomplished in 9 months. He's got this country on the right track, in my opinion. He has been doing his best to stop these wars, the wars over in Israel and Ukraine. This has been just nonstop. My opinion on this matter, though, and this might make some enemies, but I'm just going to give you guys my input on this. This war that Israel's been in and all this stuff, the United States has no business getting involved in another war. This is a war that the Ukrainian people have been fighting for years and years and years. This is not a war for America to be involved in. We've got enough issues on our own home front. As you guys see today by my live broadcast, you got Antifa and just what's happening on our borders. We've got Border Patrol, agents that have died. We've got a lot of law enforcement officers that have died. I'm constantly posting them on my Facebook, YouTube, and Rumble channel. I'm just making the American people aware of all the deaths in our law enforcement. And, but yet nobody wants to talk about that. Most of these news channels don't want to talk about the amount of deaths happening within our law enforcement agencies. And that's a sad thing, because the American people, if they really truly knew what was happening all around this country and the amount of law enforcement agents that have died, they would be like, wow, these protests are ridiculous. Again, that's my opinion. I'm entitled to share my thoughts on the matter. And again, involving ourselves in all these other wars, when we've got a war right here on our own soil, we need to stay focused on America. We need to stay focused on protecting our homeland, getting this country back in order to where it needs to be for this country to be a safe place to live. This is not the kind of country I want for my children, my grandchildren, let alone your children and your grandchildren, for our families. This is not the future that I want to see for America. This is not the America I grew up knowing. So other than that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this broadcast. Sorry for the mess ups here and there throughout the video. I did my best today. Again, I'm just learning all this equipment and pretty well got it mastered down, minus unmuting my damn microphone. But I'm going to be working at it, and hopefully I can continue to bring a lot of broadcasts to you guys and getting this out there to you. So God bless all you guys out there. Happy Saturday to you. God bless this country. Thank you for joining in today to Your News Arizona. Jonathan Alexander.